Cleopatra and donkey milk. During the reign of Cleopatra, the last queen of Egypt, it is believed that she used a beauty technique that consisted of bathing in donkey milk. This milk, rich in lactic acid and other nutrients, softened and exfoliated her skin, leaving it smooth and radiant. The first vibrator in history. Cleopatra was the inventor of the first vibrator. It is said that the queen used a small hollow gourd filled with bees. After shaking it and making the bees start to fly around, she would place it between her legs, thus achieving a sensation similar to that of modern vibrators. Cleopatra, considered the mouth of 10,000 men. She was attributed with a great ability for fellatio and an intense sexual life. The Greeks nicknamed her Mar Chain, which means the mouth of 10,000 men, or Shailan, in reference to her full lips. It is speculated that she was able to satisfy 100 Roman soldiers in one night, keeping the result in a golden cup to drink it. The power of Cleopatra's seduction. Cleopatra was a queen with many gifts, and one of the most notable was her ability to seduce her enemies. It was one of the secrets the queen used most to seduce. They were not simple phrases to make someone fall in love, but rather she offered her enemies different sexual fantasies every day, leaving them impressed and thus ensuring her control in relationships. Cleopatra's 16 languages. She ascended to the throne at the age of 17 and died at 39, speaking 16 languages. The queen knew the language of ancient Egypt and learned to read hieroglyphics, a unique case in her dynasty. Apart from this, she knew Greek and the languages of the Parthians, Hebrews, Medes, Troglodytes, Syrians, Ethiopians, and Arabs. And with this knowledge, any book in the world was open to her. In addition to languages, Cleopatra studied geography, history, astronomy, international diplomacy, mathematics, alchemy, medicine, zoology, economics, and tried to access all the knowledge of her time. Cleopatra married two of her younger brothers. After the death of her father Ptolemy XI, and at only 18 years of age, Cleopatra was proclaimed Queen of Egypt. The queen could not rule alone, so she married her younger brother Ptolemy XII, 12 years old, as co-ruler. In the year 48, after several conflicts, the young couple separated and Ptolemy XIII managed to expel Cleopatra from the kingdom. After the death of Ptolemy XIII, which occurred years after the famous Alexandrian War, Cleopatra ascended the throne, marrying her other younger brother Ptolemy XIV, whose whereabouts are unknown after the naval battle of Actium. Cleopatra's luxurious clothing. Cleopatra was a queen of many luxuries, and her clothing did not go unnoticed. Throughout her reign, Cleopatra wore a wide variety of clothing, each for a special occasion. For example, the queen used to wear tight-fitting dresses that highlighted her figure, called calasiris. She used these dresses on more than one occasion to seduce her enemies. On the other hand, when the queen had an event, she wore dresses made of fine linen or silk, embroidered with gold and precious stones, and combined them with countless jewels, necklaces, bracelets, rings, and diamonds to highlight her power and authority, and showing herself as a true Egyptian goddess. Cleopatra's perfume factory. Cleopatra was a queen who had a great gift for chemistry, and her knowledge of different languages and medicinal recipes led the queen to create her own perfume factory, as she believed that this was a great tool of seduction. This factory also functioned as a beauty salon and spa, and its ruins were found near the Dead Sea. Cleopatra saved several of her recipes in her book, which unfortunately were lost after the fire at the Great Library of Alexandria. Cleopatra's eye makeup. The eye makeup used by Cleopatra and other ancient Egyptians had a dual purpose. This makeup, called kohl, was a material made with galena and lead, and served to protect the queen's eyes from certain diseases. Apart from having an aesthetic meaning, this black paste was also considered one of the first sunglasses in history. The most expensive meal in history. Cleopatra was a queen of many luxuries, and she liked to surprise her guests with extravagant acts. It is said that the queen spent 10 million sesterces in a single night, which was a currency used in ancient Rome and is equivalent to $16 million today. During a luxurious dinner, Cleopatra wanted to surprise Mark Antony. She asked for a glass of vinegar, dissolved in it a huge pearl from her pendant, and offered the mixture to Mark Antony. This extravagant act not only showed her immense wealth, but also her ability to impress and seduce her most important guests. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to our channel.